my name's Cain Scrimgeour and I'm a lecturer in wildlife media at the University of Cumbria. I also work as a freelance wildlife photographer and filmmaker, bits of ecology and bits of ecotourism as well, so anything with wildlife in it, that's what I do. The hide was built about a year ago by the Wildlife Society through funding from the Student Union. It was built with the aim of having somewhere where students could go and practice their photography skills. So wildlife's quite difficult to find and photograph, so having somewhere where it's set up so where you can go and sit comfortably, where you can feed the birds to get them coming in, makes life easier for practicing really. But it also means that we can observe what species are on campus. So I think there's been about 12 to 15 different species seen exactly from the hide, but the special things include sort of the tree sparrows, there's been bullfinch and blackcap, we get stock doves in, which is another rare farmland bird, but we'll get a big flock of house sparrows through, as well as the common species like blue tits, grey tits, coal tits and things like that. So we've got both house sparrows and tree sparrows that visit the hide. They come as one big flock currently. The house sparrows are a lot bigger bird, a lot bulkier, a lot sort of urban sort of stance to them. And they've got this lovely sort of grey head on the males. The females are sort of a plainer brown, whereas the tree sparrows are a lot more petite, they're a lot more delicate, and they've got, both sexes are exactly the same with this lovely red and chestnut crown and these white cheek patches. Interestingly, they have a similar call, but it's also different. So once you get your ears in, you can tell if a tree sparrow's coming or a house sparrow's coming as well. Since the hide was built, we've obviously attracted in a lot of species of birds. So 2 years ago, we put this big green feeder bin out and hoped that birds would come in, but the area was quite open. There was not a lot of birds coming in other than robins and dunnocks, but as we've put the hide up and developed the hedges and trees in the area, it's increased that sort of confidence in the birds' ability to come in. So we see a lot of birds visiting the hide now, but the main one really is the tree sparrows. So we've put bird boxes up for them and we now have a little colony. And tree sparrows are really interesting because since the 1970s they've declined by 93%. So for every one tree sparrow I have now, there was 20 in the 1970s. But thankfully they're getting a little push resurgence because people are feeding them and because people are putting bird boxes up. So it's great to have a colony on campus. Recently the hide's been vandalised by local youths. And on one side you can get really angry about that because the students have put a lot of effort in, a lot of money and a lot of time into getting this hide up for their enjoyment. So you can get angry with them, sort of the mindless idea of it, but mainly it's because they've got nothing to do. So they haven't had the opportunity to be introduced to nature, they haven't been provided the opportunities to be introduced to nature. So they're coming around here because they have very little to do, and it's just something to kill the time. So I'm going to grab a hold of them and educate them when I find them next. So looking back on my career of wildlife and filming, I think it's very easy to go with jobs that I think you're going to get better jobs for the next one, and you're continually climbing this ladder of employment, which is money based, but it's also sort of reputation and a little bit ego based, whereas we should really be drilling down on purpose and what we can do with our time and how that's going to benefit. So rather than chasing this career of trying to get to David Attenborough level, it's trying to think about what the little project do and what you can make a difference with there.